Alright, for this video we are starting on the edge of Portland State University at Southwest Montgomery and Southwest 12th Avenues. You can see here by bicycle it's 2.5 miles to Council Crest Park and 0.6 miles to the center of downtown, although a lot of people consider the university campus part of downtown, and then 1.4 miles to Washington Park. We're not going to walk all the way to any of these, I don't think, but this is where we're starting, and I want you to notice something. No tents, no homeless encampments here. A few years ago, this specific block right here, this stretch from the corner, the opposite corner to the freeway, was just covered in homeless camps. And there's none right now, and there haven't been for a very long time. Does that mean homelessness isn't a problem in Portland? No, of course not. But it's not an all over the city all the time, city blanketed in tents and feces and trash and needles and whatever that the president and a lot of other pundits want you to believe. Portland has huge numbers of solutions for homelessness, huge numbers of resources for the homeless. But like many cities, those solutions are disjointed and not well coordinated, which leads to a lot of persistent problems. We have food services, we have drug rehab services, we have tons of healthcare services, we have a lot of housing, although not enough. But again, none of those are coordinated. There is one tent down that way, but otherwise that block is pretty darn clean. And even the area around that tent looks really clean. There is a little bit of trash and debris right here. It looks like maybe somebody was sleeping there at some point. But again, that's a tiny, tiny little spot compared to the block and a half that we've walked so far. It's also a very secluded little spot in among some bushes, which obviously is not ideal, but it's not widespread everywhere on every city block, across every sidewalk by any means. Freeway off-ramp right here. Neighborhoods. The Southwest Hills. Beautiful flowers. Gonna make sure we don't get squished crossing the street right here. There is a homeless encampment over there, but if you look around it, it's pretty dang tidy. We're gonna cross this way. Gotta get the dog on the right side of me, or rather the left side. And then we're gonna go up into this residential neighborhood on the edge of downtown. It is, I'm not sure what time it is, just 1 second. It's just before 7 p.m. and it's kind of drizzly today. It's been raining off and on all day. I love fall weather. I love the fall in Portland. I love the leaves. I love the cooler weather. Never actually been up this street, so let's take a look. Somebody smells something interesting. Come on, let's go. I hope you can hear how much quieter it just got, just turning down one street away from the freeway. And still on the edge of downtown, but moving away from it. And I think I'm just going to turn off here because I don't feel great. And I don't want to invade any of these people's property. Alright, I was going to stop filming, but decided to pick up again after we got out of that little residential neighborhood and came upon these really nice views of the downtown city, core of the city. Although it's hard to hear over the freeway traffic, there is a helicopter going around overhead. I'm not sure, are we going on 2 weeks or 3 weeks of the helicopters overhead? Maybe it's only 1 week, so I've kind of lost track. Anyway, yesterday they were flying so low that it was rattling my apartment windows and vibrating our walls. And it was extraordinarily loud. It was clearly a military type helicopter. It was not life flight. It was not news. And it wasn't just like the sheriff's looking for somebody. This was the military helicopters that have been flying overhead over Portland for no apparent reason, because Portland is not on fire. Portland is not at war. The protests in front of the ICE facility, that's one city block out of a fairly sizable city. And even those protests, even when they're big, they're very small compared to other protests around the country. And definitely none of them have risen to the level of needing a warlike response. Anyway, we're going to stop here as we lose the city view at the bottom of this hill. Hope y'all are having a great day. If you're in the Portland area or another area that's being ravaged by ICE or Border Patrol or National Guard, don't engage. It's what they want. Stay calm, carry on, all those things.